Am I the only one that has these unspoken rules? After a match with some really bad teammates, I think I have to ask, am I the only one that actually thinks who should get what? For example, ammo boxes. If there is a heavy or a sniper, they should be for them because they are dependent on ammo. Armor boosts are for the Phobos players, snipers, vanguards. Yes, that second one specifically is very important. Stims are for anyone who has a mortal wound, and if no one does, then the person with the lowest health. Yes, definitely. And please do not steal kills. I had a 1v1 with a Scarab Occult Terminator, and when I finally was able to execute him, I pressed E. I thought quickly enough, only for my teammate to steal the kill, and I had a bunch of contested health. Yeah, that's the worst one. That was kind of, it can be hard to keep track of because you have to notice your teammate's health bar going down in the moment. You know what I mean? So, like, you can notice if they don't have armor or not, but we really should have an indicator if they have contested health or something. He had already taken all the stims in the match so far. Okay, that's rough. He had 2, I had 0, so I just left. I mean, sheesh. If you were still alive, I would say try to toughen it out until the end. It really, again, though, depends on how far along the mission you are. I've mentioned before that if something, goes wrong at the beginning of a mission, it's easier to leave. If you're already 20 minutes in, though, you might just want to stick it out. Am I the only one who has these kinds of unspoken rules? Please let me know. Nah, the ones they mentioned here definitely were a good call out. The ammo box is one. I would like to add tactical there as well. Even though tactical can regenerate their ammo, sometimes they just need a little bit of ammo box to help them get the cooldown for their scan. See, that's the thing. With prestige perks, heavy and sniper can actually regenerate their ammo, but still, they're definitely going to be very ammo heavy. And to just, free up some ammo boxes for them definitely allows them to continuously be devastating DPS threats. But okay, unspoken rules. I think the gene seed is always a good one to mention. Normally, the gene seed should go to the player who is most equipped to use it. Heavy, bulwark. Most equipped to protect it, sorry. But yes, like heavy or bulwark, maybe sniper, considering camo and their, how they can evade. But even with that, if they do have the gene seed, let them get an extra stim, maybe something like that. But that's why it's good to give it to bulwark, right? Because they can protect themselves. And heavy is just very powerful, so it's really nice to have, heavy protect the gene seed. Now, if somebody who is low level picks it up, it's not a deal breaker, but yeah, I feel like the best way to protect it, I will say if it's a low level heavy, yeah, go for it. Honestly, my classes have been leveled up, so whenever I see a gene seed, I'll pick it up if I can, and otherwise, I'm not going to replace a Guardian Relic for it. So if somebody low level ends up picking it up because I am too stubborn to pick it up, then yeah, more power to them. That is definitely how you should play. Most of the time, you should really just react from what your teammates are doing or not doing, I guess. But okay, let's go into the comments to see if there's any other good call-outs for unspoken rules in the game. Unspoken rules like this absolutely make the game better to play. I'm the same way. Also, was playing Sniper the other day and had a bulwark say, "I'll hug left wall in any tunnels so I don't spoil your shots." Wow, okay, yeah, honestly, super simple, but makes a huge difference. Very good call out. I'm super impressed. And that changed my life. Now I try to do the same whenever I'm playing melee with a heavy sniper who hangs back. Being a bro makes the game better for everyone playing. Well, I guess for this subject specifically, I did mention the Pyroblaster and the Pyro Cannon, since the devs did adjust the, how you can look through that weapon, the fire effects and everything. I definitely pointed out that you should probably aim it a little bit lower still, just to give some room for your teammates to, see over attacks and everything like that. But yeah, the Pyro Cannon, Pyro Blaster can still potentially leave a lot of visual pollution, at the very least. But still, I think that was improved. But yeah, if you have the Pyro Blaster or Pyro Cannon, try to aim it at the enemy's feet. You'll definitely give your teammates even more room to see what's coming. But I will say, for sniper players who end up seeing melee players down their line of sight too often, this is definitely a big thing you can do. And not to mention, it's pretty easy. You just, hug the wall. That's a fair thing. In tunnels specifically. Very true, very true. I'll ping out items and ping people I think should have them, but I don't care who gets what, as long as it's spread out evenly. If I see someone with 2 stims, meanwhile no one else has even 1, then I'm sorry, but I'm going goblin mode. Oh, okay. That's goblin mode. All right. As far as pinging, on the subject of pinging, I will say, Biovores, ping them. Enemies that are, like Zoanthropes also are likely a good ping. Sorcerers are a good ping. Terminators, honestly, they effectively are very loud when they're appearing on the battlefield. As soon as a Terminator is there, it makes itself pretty noticeable, for better or for worse. But still, maybe ping them. But I mentioned pinging Biovores the most because Biovores obviously run away a lot. And they stun you as they run away. So, honestly, when you ping a Biovore, everyone, if they can, should stop what they're doing and just take it out. However, recently, Pyro Cannon, dude, I've never had an easier time taking out an extremist enemy before I started using the Pyro Cannon on Biovores. Like, as heavy, you literally just put your shield up, walk directly up to the Biovore, use the Pyro Cannon, and it effectively just starts panicking. It's so great. It's so great. Like, because honestly, it will, get out a sentry and throw a melee attack at you immediately. So once you catch it on fire, once you hit a gun strike on it, it's over. You could even just sit there and perfect dodge, and I think the fire damage should eventually get it. But still, pretty interesting. Pyro Cannon absolutely shreds Biovores, but if you see a Biovore spawn, ping it. Very good call. You must spam combos and or emotes in elevator rides. All right. the For the Emperor. Yes, the For the Emperor unwritten rule. I agree. If you aren't doing at least one of these things in elevators, you're probably on your phone or something, right? And in that case, you shouldn't be. So, we are in a mission. I would rather you start dancing in the elevator if we had dance emotes, which we do not. We do not. So, here's the thing. that would look pretty bad. The emotes, though, yeah, when people say For the Emperor, is it an unwritten rule that you have to say For the Emperor, or at least do the respect emote, right? I've seen some people crazy enough to say, or refuse, right? And just, stop, and just, stop them in their tracks. No, I will not For the Emperor on this elevator ride. It's insane. It's insane. There's effectively no reason why you should not For the Emperor. No, you're not. Snipers and heavies get first crack at ammo. Assault and mortal wounds have first crack at stims. Wow, okay, noted. Honestly, though, that's fair. Assault does have a lot of DPS potential, and just making sure the Assault has an A source of healing, being 1 stim. Yeah, the sooner you can get the Assault of stim, the better, I think. No native health regeneration for Assault. Large mobs go to Assault first. Ooh, yes, honestly, making sure priority targets in general, we did talk about before. Maybe this is a good call out, though. But yeah, Assault should really be going after giant packs of enemies or priority targets, being extremists or terminists. Effectively, same thing for Sniper, but to be honest, the Assault class is maybe better than Sniper at taking out priority targets at the moment. Maybe. Dude, honestly, that's a different conversation, but I mean, yeah, it's pretty interesting. Grenade second. Large mobs go to Assault first, grenade second. Yeah, tactical. Long range shotgun Tyranids go to Bulwarks for banner regeneration. This is a very good call out, yes, because Bulwarks can get cooldown for blocking projectiles. So if you ever see a Bulwark just, walking in front of a Tyranid, ranged Tyranid, or, Terminator, even Rubrics are pretty good sources of cooldown for the Bulwark. Yeah, the Bulwark doesn't need help. They are they are basically farming cooldown. You will notice if the bulwark needs help. Honestly, for your teammates in general, if your teammate is losing out on armor and you notice that, that's a good indication if they need help or not. Close support should always prioritize Majoris that are bullying the non-close support classes in melee. Fire support should be raining death on anything that shoots. Keep flames off the close guys as much as possible. Tactical and Vanguard fill any role needed. Only thing I'm really forgiving of is an execution. Yeah, it can be irritating when you really need it, but two things to consider. It's the primary armor regeneration of the two close support classes, so they are likely spamming it. Okay. I don't know if I want to consider... Dude, if you're sitting there spamming executions, doesn't that make it worse? Like, shouldn't you be a little bit more accurate? But, okay, fair. If I even tap execute and my guy's now slow jogging halfway across the map, the execute some gaunt when I was busy curve stopping a Lictor, and on a controller, that is a really easy button to tap. Oh, I see what he's saying. Yeah, you can potentially just make a mistake on your target. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, sometimes that can happen, for sure. I play an assault main. My kill chain when surrounded requires it, or my survival drops to seconds. Yes, the kill chain they are referring to is basically slamming and getting an execution to get your armor back to allow yourself to basically stick your neck out for more damage. So yeah, the assault's really good. Honestly, bringing up the assault class and sniper and comparing them is pretty interesting, but we've already talked about the assault class enough today. So let's yeah, honestly, let's end it here. This is a very good, I think this is a summary of pretty much every unwritten rule. If you can think of one, let me know in the comments for sure, but I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. The ones I've added were pinging biovores and gene seed, making sure that, you know, the heavy or the bulwark gets the gene seed. But yeah, obviously we see a lot of similar situations, and yeah, like the assault picking up the stim because he doesn't have health regeneration. I think that's a very good call out, to be honest. Oh, and yes, not standing directly in front of the sniper or tactical or heavy who are looking down their sights at all of the enemies that you are about to go smash with your hammer or sword or whatever you're using if you're a melee, you know, a melee class. But yeah, nah, that all makes sense. That all makes sense. But yeah, let me know in the comments if we've missed anything. I mean, when it comes to unwritten rules, maybe there's always going to be something that we forget to mention, but I would like to see if you guys could find something that we didn't mention here. But yeah, let me know in the comments how you guys feel about this, and thanks for watching.